Some books age. This one refuses to. It was first published in 1923, more than 100 years ago now. And the strange thing, the thing every reader notices, is how little has changed. The technology has changed, the frenzy has not. Edwin Lefèvre wrote a portrait of a speculator that has more to teach about markets and about people than years of experience. And generations of traders have found, to their slight embarrassment, that a book older than their grandparents knows them better than they know themselves. It follows the life of a speculator from his beginnings in the bucket shops, the small betting halls where boys wagered on ticker prices, through fortune and ruin and fortune again. And what the speculator learns, over and over, the hard way, is that the market is not a machine of numbers. It is a crowd of people. Hopeful, fearful, greedy, panicked people. To read the tape is to read them. The lessons in it are so well worn now that you have heard their echoes 100 times without knowing where they came from. That it was never his thinking that made the big money, it was his sitting. That the patient ones, the ones who could be right and wait, were rare for a reason. Being right is the easy part. Sitting still long enough to be paid for it is the whole discipline. That a man could be entirely correct about the direction of a market and still ruin himself by being early or impatient or too proud to admit a position had turned against him. What gives the book its lasting power is that it is honest about failure. The speculator does not simply win and lecture you from the top. He blows up. He loses everything, more than once, and each time he traces it back not to bad luck, but to a broken rule, a tip he should have ignored, an emotion he let drive, a discipline he abandoned the moment things got good. He is his own cautionary tale, and he knows it. The enemy, again and again, is not the market. It is the man trading it. And this is where it touches everything else this channel cares about. The crowd in the bucket shop and the crowd on the screen today are the same crowd. The latest mania, the newest thing that cannot possibly go down. Lefèvre was watching the identical human animal a century ago. Markets change their clothes every generation, but the fear and greed underneath wear the same face they always have. The names change, the behavior does not. Fear and greed are not modern inventions. They are the oldest forces in the game, and they will be there long after every algorithm and every chart you've ever studied is obsolete. The speculator learns to respect that. He learns that the market can stay irrational, that timing is everything and almost impossible, that the tape tells you what people are doing, but never quite why. He learns to distrust tips, to distrust certainty, and most of all, to distrust himself in the moments he feels most sure. Because the moment of greatest confidence, he discovers, is so often the moment just before the fall. There is a humility in the book that the modern market often lacks. It does not promise you a system. It does not sell you a secret. It tells you, plainly, that this is hard, that good men have been ruined by it, and that the only edge worth having is the slow, unglamorous discipline of managing yourself. Your patience, your pride, your fear, while the crowd around you loses theirs. The reason it has stayed in print for 100 years, recommended by investor after investor, is not nostalgia. It is recognition. Every reader sees themselves in it, usually in the parts they'd rather not. So if you read only one old book about the markets, the consensus across a century says, read this one. Not because it will make you money, it makes no such promise, but because it will show you, in a voice that has outlived everyone who doubted it, that the market you're trading is made of people, including the one in the chair.